Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Rotor Talk Live, Season 9, Episode 15. DJI Avata 360 has arrived. Hope everyone is doing well. We're going to get you guys or Johnny on the spot tonight. Let's see, Dale's Drone in Action, Bud Bieber, USA Drone Flyer, Joe. Let's see who else. DD Fellows, RJ Redding. Let's see who else we got. Sergeant Rock, Steve Porter. Flying Flynn Media, welcome, John. Let's see who else is here. Got a good crowd in here tonight. Very good crowd. Yeah, I'm here, Frank. Sorry about that. I was waylaid here a little bit. Dale's Drone. All right, Dale. Thank you for stopping by tonight. Carlos Moran, welcome, Carlos. Let's see who else we got. D.A. Ono, keep. Sorry if I mispronounced it. Kana 7702, Gator Drone. See who else. And Michael Wright. All right. Well, I have to say this, okay? And it was a pleasure getting to the 6th annual Florida Drone Meetup. Valerie and I had an exceptionally great time. And it was so good to see all of those who we've seen before. And it was great to meet those who we haven't met before. It was great to spend some time. We got to spend some time to talk to a lot of you one-on-one. And that's the thing that I think we really value a lot. And I know DD Fellows, we spent quite a bit of time talking with you and just I love what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Absolutely fantastic. Danny, from the group that deals with PTSD veterans. Danny, keep doing what you're doing. Okay. We're 100% behind you. Whatever you need from us, you let us know. We'll get that for you because you have an incredible mission that you're doing. And just others of you who we got to see. Dr. Joseph, it was great being able to see you again as well. And just kudos to the committee, to Ray, to Johnny, everybody else for putting this on. Kudos to everybody that donated something. One of the prizes. I want to thank Dennis Lovelady because he donated the flip and I won the flip. I never, you know what? I never win stuff. Okay. And it came to me as a real pleasant shock and surprise. And I was real happy about that. Valerie won something. She was thrilled. Just absolutely fantastic. Oh, by the way, Ron is not going to be joining me tonight. He and Susan are in transit, getting back to Margate. I don't know when exactly they're leaving, but they are in transit, so he's unavailable tonight. I was going to get Josh to be able to fill in tonight, but Josh got called. He had a work emergency, so he's having to leave town for that to take care of that. So Johnny's going to fill in. Johnny's going to be joining me here in a few minutes. But, the first part of this, I wanted to spend some time talking about that. And it was absolutely wonderful. From the start, from the time that we got there Friday, seeing everybody, Friday night going out to Six Billiards, and walking around, talking to everybody. And Bill Renee, thank you for all that you do. The free appetizers, the food, just the atmosphere. It was great. It was a great place. It's a great place to meet. It's a great place to get a chance to chat and talk with people. It was wonderful. Absolutely, positively loved that. I love staying at the Hampton Inns. We did. I mean, if not for the location, it's just a hop, skip, and a jump, literally down to the beach to get down there. It was a lot of fun. I gotta say this. We found a little bit of a different way back, Valerie and I did, and we go through Sebring, Florida, and I'm sure everybody's heard of Sebring. We go through Sebring, and it was probably one of the better ways that we've gone. It was like the turns were in 20-mile chunks, so it was really nice, and it was very scenic and no traffic at all. It was wonderful. It takes about 3.5 hours to get home, but it was absolutely wonderful. We enjoyed it. Just can't say enough about that. Absolutely cannot say enough about that. Although it was, we got to hear the drag racers on US 1, both Friday night and Saturday night. yeah, I don't have so much more to say about that as well either. So, but yeah, it was great getting a chance to sit down to talk to all of you. To w- we're on a mission here, and I'm going to speak for my channel. My mission is to try to promote drones any which way I can to help you guys out, to help you get answers to questions, to help you get what you need to know to get you up in the air. Okay. And not a lot of fluff. And that's what we've been doing. I think the mission since day one. We're getting that on board. I just passed 20,000 subscribers. I got another 238 subscribers on top of that. So, we're going. The mission is out there. The word is out there. We're getting things out there. You may have also seen, and we're going to come up to this here in a little bit, but I was able to get, we came here and Saturday, sure enough, my package from Evelyn Chan arrived, and I did an unboxing for that. And I know several of you have watched that. So if you want to go ahead and definitely watch that, do that. And gonna have some updates. And there's a real critical one I think all of you need to know. And when Johnny joins me, we're gonna get into that here in a little bit. But all in all, it was a great time. It was a great meetup. And again, kudos to Captain Ray, to Johnny, the committee, Al Sorcione, Bill Ronay, and forgive me for the other ones who are on it, who I missed. But you guys do yeoman's work. Thank you so much for all that you do. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't stop. This just absolutely, positively fantastic. And you couldn't have ordered nicer weather either, okay? It was in the mid to upper 70s. It wasn't real hot, wasn't very windy, no precipitation. I mean, it was really just absolutely picture perfect for the day. It could not have been better. Everything I thought went very, very well. We, like Valor and I were just, Valerie loved going the first time that we went. A couple of years ago that she went. No, this is the third time. She's loved the previous two. This one, she said she really loved it the best. We found a spot, we parked in it, and we had quite a few people come up to us, which was really nice. I like that, and we just got to talk to a lot of people, got to know a lot of people, and we thank you for your kind words about the channel. I thank you for that. But the reason I do all this is I do this for all you guys, and I want you guys to be able to be well informed and to know what you're doing and know what you need to do. So, okay, all right. I've been on my soapbox long enough here, okay. And Joni Oki, welcome. Thank you for stopping by tonight. Good to see you. Let's see here. Okay, all right. Several articles that I do want to talk about before we get to talking about the Avata 360. One of them here is, let me go ahead and bring this up. Okay, and there we go. Okay, Skyrover wants to be your next DJI drone, and it's a great article here. A growing presence in the U.S. drone market. The $299 Skyrover S1 features a half-inch Sony sensor capable of capturing 48 megapixel photos and 4K video at 60 frames per second. Another standout feature is forward obstacle avoidance, something rarely seen in drones under $300. Skyrover X1, on the other hand, promises a 1/1.32-inch CMOS sensor, 360-degree obstacle avoidance, true vertical shooting, AI tracking, and extended transmission range for only $499. And I had that, and that is an absolutely fantastic drone. And both of them are available on Amazon. Skyrover's recent public statement directly addressed a growing concern among U.S. drone buyers. Will foreign-made drones remain viable in the long term? Okay, and you guys can go ahead and read that at your leisure here. And it talks about Skyrover's response as far as that's concerned. And they are available out on Amazon. Somebody had posted a comment on that today, and it was interesting that it's only available in the U.S. and nowhere else. So somebody from Australia wanted to get a Skyrover, but they're not able to. So I don't really know a whole lot more than that. If somebody has heard anything different or to the contrary, please go ahead and post that in the chat. But that's what I heard about that. So just to kind of let you guys know about that. But no, Skyrover is going to be here. Ha ha ha, Danny. Yeah. Hey, I'm ready. I'm very ready. Especially getting away from work. That would be good too. Just tell my boss what I'm going to be doing. So that's a good one. I like that, Danny. Hey, I'm always ready for meetups. And this is a selfless, shameless plug-in for John and Josh's meetup, the new the Rhode Island, New England meetup. It's going to be in September. We'll get you more information on that when it's available. So stay tuned. I know they had a good turnout last year and had a great time. And John and Josh are stand-up people, and they do a great job on their show. Make sure you catch them. They're on Mondays, I believe, at 6:00. So, but no, Skyrover is a very interesting drone, and it's an option that you should definitely consider as far as that's concerned. So, had an update which really this just kind of popped out of the blue, and we a few weeks ago we talked about DJI and them filing a lawsuit against the FCC, and they're taking them to court, and it's going to take some time, and we all know that. Well, new Pentagon memo complicates DJI drone ban reversal. And in this memo, the Pentagon firmly opposes any effort to reconsider the FCC Commission's decision to place foreign-made drone systems and critical components on its covered list. All right. List isn't symbolic. The government's determination, first formalized in late 2025, concluded that foreign-built drones pose unacceptable risk to national security and public safety. The new memo just doesn't repeat that claim. It reinforces it strongly. And including, it says, here's where things take a more serious turn. The Pentagon makes it clear that this conclusion wasn't reached lightly or based on any publicly available concerns about data security or supply chains. Instead, it says the determination relied on both classified and unclassified intelligence, including a classified annex that was submitted to Congress as recently as April 3rd, 2025. The detail changes the tone of the entire debate. Up until now, much of the public conversation around DJI centered on the hypothetical risks, data access, remote updates, potential ties to foreign governments. DJI has consistently denied wrongdoing and argued that there's no concrete evidence of misuse. But the Pentagon's memo suggests the government may be operating with information it hasn't and perhaps can't be shared publicly. And that makes its fight much harder for DJI to win in the court of public opinion, let alone in the actual courtroom. Okay. Wanted to get this out here. Now, this is posted out on Build a Drone Reviewer, so please take your time to go ahead and read this at your leisure. It talks about what happens next, and I'll let you guys get into that. I don't want to open up a can of worms here, but well, you know what, John, you're probably right. But I tell you what, as long as we can still have access to be able to purchase items that are already approved, I think we'll be good. I really kind of think we'll be good as far as that's concerned. But John, welcome. Thank you for stopping by today. Appreciate that. So, but yeah, I think John's right. I think we're probably faced with that fact. But read the article and formulate some thoughts for yourself. And do some research. That's where things stand. And this really kind of came out of the blue. This is in the middle of, we're getting all excited about, the Pocket 4s coming up. And then I have another thing that we're going to talk about as well. So it's going to be a busy week for DJI next week. There's 2 things coming out, actually, technically 3 things coming out next week. So, let's see if I can find that. Okay. Yeah. All right. The next thing we're going to talk about, and this is going to come out on Monday, the 20th, and this is the Pocket 4. And let me go ahead and share this here. Okay. DJI Osmo Pocket 4 press images leaked by Quadro News. All right. And here's some new pictures of it here. The specs confirmed on the retail packaging. What's new in the creator combo. What to expect on April 16th. Let's be straight. The Osmo Pocket 4 is an evolution and that's not a knock on it. And they're right, and they're right. The article's right. And I did see a picture today, and I don't know where I came across it. Here's Johnny. Hey, Johnny, how are you?
Hey, Bill. Good afternoon, everybody.
Good to see you, Johnny. Valerie, again, cannot thank you enough for that mug. She's been using it in the morning, and she loves her coffee, and now she loves her mug. So many kudos to you for that.
Absolutely.
Talking about this article about the Pocket 4 here, and there's not a whole lot of change from the Pocket 3, which I really still kind of find that interesting that they even went ahead and went through all of this. I mean, it seems like, and talking with Ron last week, we both kind of thought it seems just like it's like a tweak more than anything else. I don't know. That's kind of the take that I'm getting on this. So, it's coming out on Monday, and from what Ron said, they're not going to have a show or do a launch announcement or anything like that. So,
seems like the Pocket is the actions, man. They come out like every 3 to 4 or 5 months. I mean, it's
like you can't, your wallet can't keep up with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think anybody's wallet could keep up with that. But I did see a picture today, Johnny, of the Pro version with the 2 lenses on the top, and it's really big. Okay, and I know Ron and I talked about how the whole appeal of the Pocket series is the size of it and being able and having it literally compact like it and put it in your pocket. But with that dual lens out there, it looked really big and something that I don't think is going to fit inside a pocket.
Yeah, I was still sporting the Action 2 till Marcus made me a deal on the Action 5. So I tell you, those things are coming out. But hey, do what's best for you. I mean, everybody does. You got different stuff that they like to do with action cams and a pocket cam. So get the one that suits what you do, and because they kind of all do the same thing. But you know what? Hey, 6 months from now we'll be talking about another one. So it's
yeah, exactly. Now, an article came out today, which is really interesting, is that we found out now that 3 days after the Pocket 4 is coming out, the Lido's coming out. And I think the thing that kind of surprised me about this, Johnny, was the timing on this. I didn't expect it to be so soon. I was thinking we might see this May sometime, but no, it's April 23rd, and they had the teaser out today, and had some additional pictures come out with it as well too. It's been in the pipeline since November 2025. 2 models, 2 price tiers, and still unconfirmed specs. And a lot of people, from what I'm hearing, they kind of think it's a redo, kind of like maybe of the Skyrover series, the 2 Skyrovers that are out there, and just have DJI's kind of rebranded them, so to speak.
Yeah. So is it like a mini 3.5, or is it like a mini 4? I mean, where does it sit? And man,
that's kind of what I'm thinking on this as well too, Johnny. I think it's not, it's not quite a full bake like a mini 5 Pro, but it's not like a basic mini was. So I think we're kind of somewhere in between, and I think it's obviously they want to do something that's going to appeal to the crowd that has, for the budget wise, something.
And one good thing, Bill, it probably would fly with some kind of RC type controller, which would make it, where if you don't have to use your phone, but we're kind of all spoiled now by that,
Exactly. Okay. And I know
it'll be about budget,
Yeah, and that's very true, because Skyrovers you both have to use your phones with.
Oh, yeah.
And, and I love that Skyrover, the one that I had for a while, but you get used to the controller with the screen in it, and it really it's a real gets to be a pain more than anything else every time you got to hook your phone up to it and the cable and everything.
Yeah.
So I think you're right. I think this is going to be something that's going to appeal to kind of the budget conscious people, and I think it will. I think the price point will be really good on these drones. Probably less than what we've seen on other ones. So stay tuned. I mean, this is coming out on the 23rd, so it's it's not gonna. It's less than 10 days away. It'll be here. So
And,
we'll find.
and it may give you an option with the RC type controller, where right now the Skyrover, does not have a RC type controller. So if you can get the RC2, I guess it would probably fly with the RC2. That I would hope that it would be, but that may be a different package. But the phone is always. I mean, iPhones are not bad to fly with you. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
Except maybe in the summertime,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now we're going to spend the rest of the time. We're going to be talking about the Avata 360. And the first thing that I wanted to talk about is, and I pulled this article up. All right, I went ahead today and I fired mine up. I did all the firmware updates, and I do the compass calibration. I do the gimbal calibration. I do the IMU I've always done that, and I've done it. Lauren has got me into that habit, okay, because he does that, okay, and I think it's some good, it's some good practice to do this with every drone. And then I go outside, no GPS. All right, so I'm like, oh, okay, I'm just going to move further away from my house. All right, so I walk out in front by my sidewalk, no GPS, and I'm like, okay, what's going on here? Well, I did some research, and sure enough, I mean, this is like, and I was chatting with Ron today, and I said, you know what? This reminds me of shades of the Mavic 3, all right? Because you remember when the Mavic 3 came out, Johnny, the GPS concerns we had.
Yep.
There's a thread on this DJI Avata 360 official, and it takes about 10 to 15 minutes to acquire signal after firmware updates. Run your drone outside and we'll eventually connect. And literally, it's right. What I did was I sat in my truck because it was stinking hot outside, turned the air on. I had my Avata fired up on a landing pad. It was just sitting there, but it was on. I had the controller on. I sat in the truck for about 15 minutes. And then what I did was I took off, but I took off straight up about 30, maybe 40 feet in the air. And as I was coming down, it acquired 30 to 31 satellites, and everything was fine after that. But, according to the gist of the article here, what he said as far as that's concerned, something about needs to get, I'm trying to read that here.
John Flynn actually texted me last night. He had set his up, and he said he had trouble getting the satellites, and he suggested, of course, do a compass calibration and all that, which I did. But same thing. It took a little while, but once it locked in, I have it right here. I just actually got through flying it. But once it typical, once you get it settled in, and then the next time you fire it up, it's almost instant. So
yeah, and it says once it has an almanac, it can then fast start GPS for future flights. And it did. I powered it down, I powered it back up, and sure enough, boom, it was right there. As soon as I stepped outside, it had 30 satellites, no problem at all. But it really kind of reminded me, of that whole thing that we had with the Mavic 3 and how people just completely lost it. It was just, that's all you would see out on the groups and the pages and everything. People like, oh, what's wrong with the Mavic 3? No GPS, no satellites and everything. And I think probably what it was, I think it was probably this is what it was.
Yeah, and a lot of people, I most of the time I guess I do that, but that's not a bad thing to do every time you get a new drone. And some people calibrate it when they go. Like, when I went to Florida, I didn't do any calibration to any of my drones that I flew, but some people do it all the time, so definitely can't hurt. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, but yeah, and it's good practice, and I try to. What I really kind of emphasize, I like to do it when the drone is brand new after I open it out of the box. I think it's important to do that because Lauren said you don't have any idea how long that's been sitting in the box.
Yeah,
and that's a good. Lauren made a real good point about that.
Drone Okie makes a good point because that's kind of it seems like if you fly it with the goggle, it does say not bound, and then it seems like it does. So I had to unbind the RC2. There are folks complaining about that. Yeah. And it may just be, I guess, I'm not sure why it's doing that. I did fly with the Motion 2 of the motion controller last night. Yesterday evening late. And then I was been flying it with the RC2 today. So.
Yeah, I took a brief flight out once I got my signals. Because I just flew out like 30 maybe about 50, 60 feet past my house and then back, and just recorded some sample footage. And I'm just going to kind of play with it and see how it did. I'm going to take a full flight like on Saturday when I have enough time to do that. So,
But yeah, Bill, I mean, I jumped in, but hey, man, I want to thank everybody who attended the meetup, man. So many new faces. I mean, not that we don't want to see all the old guys or the guys that's been there before, but man, so many new faces and so many nice people. I mean, you know what? It is all about the community. I mean, you know, I know you, like you said, you know, we do this. Our show is about the pilots, and it's always been about that. And you know, it was just an incredible time. I mean, I'm saying it. I think, and you know, we can't always say it's the best one ever. But you know what? We're to a point now where people really look forward to it. It's a great time of year for the folks coming out of the north with the real cold weather, and you know, so the hotel there is so warm to us. I mean, you know what? We just have a great time there. But it is a great community. And guys, hey, thank you so much. And you know, we'll be filling in the date here pretty soon. I mean, we kind of know the date, and Ray had found out about the hotel for next year in the next probably 2 weeks or so. So we'll get it going. And of course, there's meetups all over. But what an incredible weekend.
It really was, you know, and I know Valerie said, and she said to me, you know, out of all the ones we've been to, she said this by far was her favorite. And, you know, it was because I think, like you said, you know, it's good to see the old faces, but it was so good to meet a lot of the new people, which we did. And it was so refreshing. Like we met Danny.
Yeah, Danny, yeah, he's an incredible. I'll tell you what, he had the best time, and you know, and just so many people. Brad's, you know, guys that he works with there, and I don't know. It's just that the hotel was it was such a great feel when you walk down that lobby. No matter what time you went down there, somebody was in that, you know, main room there. And you know, if you went down there at midnight, when I was sneaking out the hotel Monday morning, you know, Philip Kochat was doing his clothes at about 4:45 in the morning. So, you know, but no, it was just fun. And you know what, guys, any questions, you know what, like Ray, I see Ray in the chat, you know, you know, if you got any suggestions, hey, hit us up, let us know. You know, it's things we probably can improve on, and it's things that you know, we'll change if needed. But everything is great. Hey, had a great time with the pizza. We had coffee and donuts in the morning, and so many people. You know, Michael Wright, I think, picked up the coffee and donuts, and Bill Renane, the Friday night, man, they do such a great job there at Sticks.
Oh yeah.
And Bill leaves to go get the pizza, so he streams all day. So it's a fun-filled day, and of course, Tony provided the music. You know, I think that was one of his guys that he plays music with. So, but it was fun. And those the Morgan Police Department, you know, they did a great job, and those guys had a blast. So,
yeah, there was. You know, it's just like the only thing I told Valerie was, it's like, it's over. Okay. You know, it's like, you know, after it ended on Saturday at Jensen Beach, it's like, it's over now. Well, I said, well, no, it's not over, because there'd be Sunday morning if you want to go flying, and tonight too, for getting together and everything. But no, it's like you're anxious already for next year to happen again. And
it is, yeah. And more and more people are getting early, a couple of days. I mean, I understand. Hey, if you work, I understand that that's hard. But if you can get there a day early, you know, even Thursday, you know, we set up Friday morning, went over to fly to Jupiter Lighthouse, and man, I don't know, we probably had, we might have probably 15 or 20 people. So that was fun, you know.
Yeah, and I think we're gonna try to do that, because Valerie's like, she saw some of the videos of the Jupiter Lighthouse. She said we need to get there and do that. So I think we may take a day off or two earlier and go down and do that, because she really likes seeing those pictures a lot there. I mean, a lot. One of the other things that was real interesting here is now, you know, the Avata 360. You can now buy this on Amazon, and I'm going to go ahead. I have the Amazon now for $719. I think I have it up. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I just saw it pop up a little while ago, I believe.
Yeah, this was really interesting being able to see this here. And, you know, it's being able to get it on Amazon. Ron was telling me, you know, they're offering quite a bit with this, as far as like maybe, I think, an extended warranty and some other things with it, which I kind of like. This is kind of like a first. Now, they're saying with this, it's for $719, And this includes, you see what you're getting here. You're getting the drone, the controller, and one battery with that. Okay. And right now it looks like it will ship free delivery Sunday, April 19th. Okay. So, wow, it'd be here. That'd be here very, very, very fast. You can see. And then the Fly More combo is up to $979, which is that's what I ended up getting. And then the motion controller one, that's temporarily out of stock. And in conjunction with this, and I want to tell people this, your best bet for getting things like batteries or propellers, or if you want to get the lens replacement kit, is Evelyn. All right. I went out there, I researched prices on everything. By far and away, she has the best prices on all those. Okay. And you're going to pay literally probably not much more than what she pays for it. So if you want to get a good deal, just have to wait a little bit to get it. Evelyn does fantastic packing. Don't hesitate to get them from her. Seriously.
I opened mine up yesterday. I'll tell you what, the packaging is it's not going anywhere. I can tell you that.
Oh my gosh. I was like, there's that band that she had around the box, and I'm like, my gosh. I go to Valerie. I'm like, nobody packs like this. I mean,
I never got it. That was, I guess, it's the first drone that I have, but somebody else had told me, I think Philip got his Neo 2, I believe, originally from Evelyn, and I think Marcus actually got a Neo 2, I believe, and I think, and so I've heard that, but man, what, it comes in and look, she checks on you too. The minute it arrived, of course, I wasn't home, and my daughter and them put it in my house here. But I tell you what, she checks on to make sure it's good, and she's not going anywhere as far as that. She is so honest as far as because mine was originally, it was going to be open box, one battery and just a drone, but she was able to get some single combos with just the one battery. So of course it was sealed and brand new, of course. But she's definitely, somebody said I had a ton of metal plates in her. Yeah, John, you're right. And I think Lon texted me. He said, man, what is this? All of this. But I even let my son-in-law look at the wrapping, and it seems like, I don't know about, what the metal is for. It seems like that would throw more of a red flag, but I don't know nothing about shipping, from that standpoint.
Well, yeah. Well, Dale says here, delay on getting things is with drones only because of restrictions from China about exports. Batteries and other things will get to us quick. So, and it was her batteries. Like I'd ordered just nothing but accessories from her. And Johnny, it got to me. I was going to say maybe in less than 7 calendar days. It got.
Yeah, I think John ordered Flynn. I know he ordered the drone, and then he ordered a couple batteries or a couple things, and I think he got it. I don't know. I'm sure if he got it before. He got it at the same time, but it was ordered. And now my batteries, I have a couple extras, but I don't know. She was out of the ones that they had took out of some Flymore combos, so mine are coming probably in the next 3 or 4 days. So,
and that's a good question, Dale. Those metal plates that are bound with the tape, maybe to keep the boxes from crushing. I'm not.
Yeah, sure. Because I tell you what, nothing's ever been packaged that I know of like that. But the boxes. It's impeccable. It's because actually, when you get something sometimes from UPS or FedEx, sometimes the corners are crushed. Or, usually the drone is fine, but man, I'll tell you what, there's nothing going to get through that. Of course, it comes by mail, so that the final day.
Yeah, so. Exactly here. Now, one of the other things that I'm trying to find that article here. All right. That the drone's now available here in the United States, and on top of that, there was a article today out on Drone DJ, Johnny, that talked about the Pentagon is trying to put the brakes on this FCC lawsuit by saying that there's classified information on why this is all taking place. This is just like brand new stuff. All right. And I said, you know what? It's like they're just trying to put the kibosh to some of this stuff just by going out there and saying it. They can go out there and say all this kind of stuff. Yeah. And I said, you know what? I told people, I said, go ahead and read that at your leisure. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go out there and enjoy my new Avata 360. That's what I'm going to do.
Well, Bill, if something is bad for the U.S. or bad for anybody. I don't care if it's a medicine or a drone or a unsafe car, but if something is bad, like why wait? They approved the next 5 or 6 drones, but after that's a cutoff date. It's just doesn't make sense. And of course they don't have to explain anything, and we know that. But you know what? Because we're truly, I don't know what they have, the 2 Lidos approved, and I think the Mavic 5 was on that list. Now when will that be coming? I have no idea. But after those 3 drones, really, what's next? For us, how will we get it, and will it be legal to fly? Or it's not going to be FCC approved, so that'd be a choice you have to make, I guess.
One of the things that I wanted to mention was Sean from Air Photography has put out a video on how to process the footage from the Avata 360. He did a dedicated video to do that because he said he had so many questions on it, and I love Sean because he is not a lot of fluff. He gets directly to the point, and his videos are very easy and straightforward to understand. So if there's another resource out there to be able to do it. Now, I watched Jevin Dovey's video, his first video, where he spent half the one was just out there flying, the other half was in his studio. And I followed him as he was in his studio, Johnny, and it was just
Kelly Shores actually put up a nice little video that was pretty. I mean, it was pretty quick, and I'm kind of I don't like editing. And if you ever watch one of my videos, you'll know I don't like editing. But anyway, I text John Flynn, and he said, "Man, it's he did a little quick thing." But after watching Kelly's, I tell you what, the DJI Studio is it's not too bad to work in. So just like you say, watch some videos and hey, do what's best for you. Just added my drone to Dale said he added his drones on. Yeah, I hadn't done mine yet, but
I gotta go out there and do that as well too. So
I can use a little plates to reinforce. Oh yeah, you can use those plates to do something around the house, that's for sure. But I don't know, they're pretty hard to get away from that plastic, I can tell you.
Yeah, that's one thing I was like. And Valer's like, "What are you going to do with those?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm just going to put it down for now. I'll kind of think about it." But at the very least, okay, it helped reinforce how sturdy that package was.
Absolutely,
and she just, Johnny, it's rare that you come across somebody like this who really takes care of customers like she does, and you're not going to get. I mean, I don't find that a lot on eBay. I don't find that a lot with other, companies or organizations. But she really goes the extra mile for everybody. And
Rodney Bell crashed his Avata 2 over at the hotel and hit the curb, and the gimbal's messed up. And bottom line is, he may have somebody look at it, but we sitting in the hotel talking that night, and so she said, I told Rodney, I said, let me just ask her what she can get just an Avata 2, just a drone only, because he's got batteries. Well, I guess one battery. Well, maybe I know she'll sell you just the drone. And the price that she gave was unbelievable. And Rodney, he ordered it right then. So
why not?
I think Alex ordered one. Alex Escardo was sitting there, and I think he ordered one too. So so true. It was a battle. Yeah, getting one to play. Yeah, I cut it off with scissors, Dale. But no, it's it is a pleasure doing business with her. And you know what? Like I said before, some of the prices, you may see something, a battery for $89, you might see it for $79, you might see it for $99. It's just on availability, I think. But hey, there's no tax and pretty well free shipping. So it's really not a bad deal. She does. The PayPal fee is 4%, but I mean, that's minute for, what we spend on drones. So
exactly. And that's what I said to somebody, because somebody said she charged a PayPal. I said, pay it. I mean, it's not going to break your bank to do 4%. Okay.
Yeah. That's 6%. That's 6% less than the tax I would have to pay. So
exactly. So we're not having to do that. So, all the way around, just doing business with her, it's just such a breath of fresh air. And, I just hope that she just stays around for a while, because I think she has a good business, and I'm sure she has people helping her out and everything, but I think she does a lot of work herself.
Yeah, she does. She donated a Neo a Neo to the drone meetup. So yeah,
that was fantastic. That was absolutely fantastic. And you know, and I have to say this, going back, I hate to keep going back to the drone meetup, but it's still fresh in my mind here. You know, and because I told Valerie on the way back when we were talking about things, and I said, you know, I said it's rare that you find a bunch of adults. Well, let's just say it like it is. I said a bunch of grown adults who just have come together for such an incredible hobby, and that they have such a good time together that they keep wanting to do this, and you know how they keep supporting everybody and one another, and just the fun it is. Well, one of the things that I can't get over was what a character Barkley is. Okay.
Oh yeah, Barkley. Yeah, he's a character. Okay.
Wow. Just, and Valerie said the same thing. He's a real character, but he has a great heart. And of course, Jenna does too.
No, he really does. Everybody, you know what? Like, and I said it last night, but it was my granddaughter's birthday Sunday morning, so busy doing a little drones and coffee, and Dennis had sang. So I told Dennis that evening, I said, man, I forgot to, tell you to sing happy birthday to Laney. So man, about 10 o'clock that night, Sunday night, I get a video. He went in his room, recorded happy birthday, and sent it to me. So I mean,
my God.
Yeah, I mean that's that's the kind of community that this is, and of course Philip lost his drone in the water, and Mark Fisher won a Neo and gave it to Philip, but then Colleen actually won the Neo 2, and she gave that Neo 2, and then Philip gave that to Gary, Brad's friend that does stuff with the kids and all. So that's the kind of the community is there, and it's not just drones, Bill. You have problems with your laptop and editing, or the action cameras, the pocket cameras. I mean, somebody's always there to help you with a we got a lot of questions in the drone community, especially the FPV side. I mean, John Kuby, I see John was in here. I mean, all those guys, reach out to them, and they'll definitely help you if you got a problem. And even setting up a new drone, if you got any problems, hey, hit anybody up.
And that's a wonderful part about this, Johnny, is, there's no like, oh, you dummy, can't you figure that out on your own? No, there's a video out there. No, we don't do that here. Okay.
I don't know if you ever seen a manual on a DJI drone. The writing couldn't be any smaller. So.
Oh my gosh, it's like it's like what, you need an electron microscope to read that writing. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And people are there for one another, and and it's so incredible and so refreshing in this day and age when everybody's pointing fingers at everybody else and everybody's out trying to do everybody else. You know what? That we have a group of people like we have who are there to help one another, to enjoy one another, and just have fun. I mean, I think for me, one of my greatest things that I enjoy is after I process the video and get it out there and get it done and get it on YouTube, and then sit back and I look at it and I'm like, you know what? That looks fantastic. It looks great. And, here I am, I never dreamed, I wanted to be a private pilot years ago, but I never had the money because it was like, even back in the day, it was like 10 grand to learn to do that. So that wasn't ever going to happen. And then drones come along and I can get a Part 107 license, and, just feeling good about it and feeling good about yourself, and just, the standpoint of being able to share with others this good news and everything. And, being around people that want to do that, want to do this as well, being around, and Danny, I know you're in the chat. I want to use you as an example for what you're doing with the veterans with PTSD. Man, I'm just like, all my hats off to you. Valerie's just like, she's like, absolutely. Well, Danny, I want to get you on sometime so you can talk about your mission and everything. I think that would be really good to do sometime. Yeah. But, we're all about trying to help others, and the efforts that you do to do that, it's just like, it's off the charts as far as I'm concerned. So, we'll do what we can to get you the help that you need. As far as drones and supplies and things like that, we'll go out there for you, because I think that's an important thing that you're doing. Absolutely. Positively.
Oh, yeah. He does incredible. And Gary, for iFly drones, he does it with the kids, the STEM, at the school. So there's so many people doing it. Bill, you bring up a good point. Man, looking back, I mean, hey, I guess go pull up one of your videos. When you first started, you see how we've all progressed, even myself a little bit. But no, look at the videos that you put up now. I mean, they some of the stuff that guys do, I mean, they look really great. I mean, you're doing stuff that you used to see on TV as a kid, so it's so fun.
And it was good to Tanya. It was good to meet you, and good to for Valerie to meet you as well too. And it was just thank you for being a part of this wonderful community. I know Marcus has had a lot of fun shooting videos with you out in Idaho, and keep that up. Keep up what you're doing. It's just so good and so refreshing to see that. And it was great talking to Dr. Joseph as well too. Really like
Dr. Joseph. I don't think I've met. I know he was there. Did he come late or did I?
Yeah, he got there probably about 10:15, 10:30.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. His GPS, he kind of got him lost, and otherwise he'd have been there probably about 45 minutes earlier, as he said. So, but
hey, Bill, this 360 is wide, isn't it? I mean, this thing is.
I was amazed about the thing that really amazed me. The first thing, Johnny, is how big this is. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I was looking for something, kind of like a little bit more than a Neo 2, but not, I mean, this was big. I was really surprised at that.
But it's flat. It's pretty thin. So yeah.
And then, where the SD card is, it was a very interesting choice for DJI to put that there, the slot to get that in. But I didn't have any problems with it. I mean, I did it over the kitchen table to make sure I had plenty of room in case it dropped out.
I need to put my card back in because I was just, matter of fact, I had just did a little flight. But it's fast. It's fast. Drone okay, yeah. Is it fast?
One of the things that I did order for it on Amazon, it's going to be here this week. I got landing legs, and it fits over here and here and here and here. Because landing this, I mean, I can see why you want to do something like that, and why you need to have a pad every time you do this, because you want to protect these lenses at all costs. I mean, I think
it comes with a really nice pad.
Oh, that pad is fantastic. That's absolutely fantastic. And it's great because the case that I'm getting from, I get cases sent to me from Lycus.
Oh, yeah,
There's a slot in there for the pad. It fits beneath where the drone sits. So that's absolutely fantastic for this. But
I already printed a stand for it, so it's up.
Oh, look at that! That is absolutely fantastic.
They actually have some 3D prints, I think, for the little feet here on here. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to see, because you definitely have to rotate that camera and do it with the logo up there when you set it down.
Yeah, the gimbal guard's very easy to get on and off.
It is.
I'm really pleased. Because I know a lot of times it's like here, it's like snap here, oops, kind of thing. You don't want to break it. So, very interesting choice of what it came in. This plastic right here, like this. They haven't done anything like that.
You'll say the battery is a whole lot easier to get out than the Neo 2, though.
Oh yeah, yeah. I did. I found that as well too. And I think it's solid. I think it's well built. I did order bumper guards for it. Those are be coming in about another week or so. So I'm anxious to get those because I think you're going to have some bumps along the way. I mean, I just think that's part of that. And I got some guards for up front here as well too. A lot like it's kind of on par with the guards that the Neo 2 have.
Yeah. I haven't on an Avata, but and I'm sure there'll be a Start RC and Sky Reed. They'll all be coming out with a ton of accessories for that. So. I hope the 360 comes tomorrow. I'll order from Melbourne. Yeah.
That's Dr. Joseph.
Joseph, right? Yeah, Dr. Joseph right there. Yeah, you'll get it. I mean, I'll tell you what, mine, I knew it wouldn't make it for the meetup, and I probably wouldn't have brought it if it got here the day before anyway. But I extra lenses, props today. Okay, yeah. I hope the 360 comes tomorrow. Yeah, she's right. She's spot on. It does take a little bit longer, but I don't know. You know what? Compared to the price, because I'm not. Yeah, I saw somebody in the chat, Bill, asking about. I think she will do the drone only. That one battery. So, and I think she said it last night. She had some. I forgot who it was that was asking. Oh yeah, Alex said he did order another Avata because it's just fun and the price is right. Yeah, I am nuts. Well, Alex, I don't know if you have room for a drone because you got all them RC. He had a whole like a radio shack worth of RC drone. I mean RC cars or trucks in his.
That's Alex Escardo.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you know why? You know what? You know why, Johnny? We won't have to worry about playoff tickets for the Panthers this year, so he has extra money. So that's why he went ahead and did that.
Yeah, he's panthered up on his car there too. You're right about that. Is that way to contact?
Yeah, Brad's asked, is there any way to contact her by Facebook? Unfortunately, no, Brad. That's the only method of contact that we have with her.
Brad, where is Brad located? Brad, if you can't, I mean, well, if you don't do Facebook, you can't message me, I guess. But yeah, because a couple people, I mean, I've ordered a couple things for people. You know, Steve Gardner, we set his RC Pro 2 up in the lobby there. He had sent it to my house, and I brought it over to Florida. So they're folding land. Oh, Amazon. Yeah, there'll be a ton of.
There you are, Alex. No cats in the playoffs, so load it up on RC trucks. I need another garage.
We had fun. We had fun chasing those cars in the parking lot. Alex and Rodney were doing them they was chasing with the Neo 2 and Avatas, and yeah, that was pretty cool.
That's fun. That's a lot of fun. Well, you know, I was telling Valerie, it's like, well, Friday was more Friday night than Saturday night, but after certain hours, and somebody told me this, I didn't know this, they don't expect a whole lot of people out on US 1. So there's either motorcycles or hot rods out there, and they're racing like 2 and 3 and 4 in the morning out there.
Yeah, we heard one, man, I tell you what, that thing, I imagine, I'm not sure what direction it was going, but I tell you what, it was probably 5 miles down the road and you could still hear it, you know?
Oh yeah. Very throaty, boom, 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 kind of, yeah. Oh yeah. It was enough. You could hear it kind of shake the glass and feel the vibration a little bit at the room. I mean, that was about the only thing that I wasn't real crazy about. But I mean, other than that, we slept well. There wasn't any problem with that. So
yeah, hotels, they do a great job. They really did. All of those people up there were pretty well new at the front desk. And man, look, matter of fact, one of the little girls, I can't remember her name, she came out that morning and she stayed a couple hours. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I know they we asked for extra towels and sheets or extra towels and pillows. They took care of us and just real nice, very pleasant. And you know what? When I called to make my reservations, they gave me a quote. It was to the penny, Johnny. It was to the exact penny that they quoted me was when I got my bill when I checked out. And I said, thank you guys. I said, thank you so much. Thank you for a great stay. And thank you for saying, you know, this is what you're going to pay. And when I walked out, that was exactly what I paid. I mean, that's good stuff. I really like that.
Yeah, they do a bang up job there. I'll tell you what, for 5 years, they've held that price for us. And I'll tell you, now, I don't know of anything that hadn't went up in 5 years. I could tell you that. Even if they went up, you know, we keep thinking, well, they might go up $10, but so far it's been the same for 5 years, you know.
And you know, and you really kind of can't beat the location where it's at in terms of being able to get down to the meetup. I mean, you know, I know there's a Home 2 Suites that, I mean, literally you could probably throw a rock at, which is right there too. But you know, having an established relationship with them and just, you know, being able to work with them and being able to get a group rate, and the rooms are, I mean, they're nice, they're clean. You know, the staff is friendly there. It's easy to park. It's easy, you know, to get in and out of there. I mean, really, there's really no real disadvantage to that place at all.
No, they do a great job. They really do. I mean,
really kind of pleased with that.
The staff is great, and have insurance. Oh, somebody's talking about.
Yeah. No, Dr. Joseph, I already have insurance from I don't have insurance from Allstate. I do have it from State Farm, and I'm just going to I got to add my Avata 360 to my policy, which my policy went up. I was surprised. It only went up. I mean, I added so much stuff on there, and I was telling Marcus how much mine went up, and I was pretty pleased with that. But I deal with a really large agent, and it seems like they have they have a lot of workers that come in and out of there, Johnny. I mean, it's like you know, they're there for like a month, 2 months, and then they're gone, kind of thing. And I called and I spoke to the receptionist, and I said, look, people aren't getting back to me. I said, if you can have someone get back to me, other than that, I said, I want to talk to the agent. Well, sure enough, they got me with like one of the ones that had been there for years, isn't going anywhere, and took great care of me. So, it's like, had to kind of speak up about that. So, as far as that was concerned. So
Brad is already there for next year's meetup. I want you to know he's still in Stewart. So yeah, Brad said, yeah, food options. You're right, Brad. There are. You know what? You can go, of course, the Park Avenue barbecue is right there. We went to Publix and got some subs one day, and then some people. I mean, they went to Taco Bell. They went. I mean, everything is right there.
Yeah, and
yeah,
those subs from Publix, you can't beat them. I mean, I just I hate bragging about my own company, but that's one of the things they do.
Hey, no, I'll tell you what, they were. We don't have a Publix here, but yeah, I tell you what, we ran down there. I think Brad and I Saturday night and got a couple of them, and they cut them in half. You can't eat the whole thing, so yeah, it was good.
Oh yeah,
we actually went back to Sticks Sunday after Dolman and went over to Sticks and helped support Bill there. Of course, the girl, I think they only had one cook, but they did an excellent job. I think they had 12 or 13 of us walking there. So
oh wow, that's fantastic.
And we went back, got burgers, and I think Lon got some chicken wings, and but it was good.
Absolutely. Any closing thoughts here, Johnny, before we wrap things up?
No, I just again want to say thanks again to everybody that attended. And you know what, guys, if you got pictures and if you don't do videos, but hey, throw some pictures on the Drone Nation or the Fly for Fun page or the South Florida Drone Meetup page and share those pictures, because sometimes you took pictures with different people and you might have something on your phone that somebody hadn't seen before. But so share your pictures, and just wanted, like I say, thanks to everybody. Of course, thanks to the committee and not just look. There were so many people there when we got there at 6. I mean, we probably had 10 or 12 people setting up, and it just took minutes to set up. And Captain Ray gets to do his sunrise, and of course Dennis did a live stream from there. But yeah, it's just a group. There's no, you might not be on a committee, but guess what? You're part of the community. You are part of the committee because you attended, and that's what it's all about. Exactly,
Johnny. Very well stated. I mean, I just had my kudos on top of what Johnny just said as well too. And my hats off to Ray, to Johnny, to Al, to Bill, and the committee for the incredible work that you guys do. It does not go unnoticed. I want to make sure that you guys know that. We appreciate that. And one of the little things, and this is kind of what I want to close with, is how. And I gotta say this, I'm so glad you were the one that was handing things out, because, seriously, all right, for like making sure that Josh's daughter got something nice. The other ones that are probably 9, 10, 11 years old, they got something nice.
That was Alex Haggert's kids. Yeah, I think he had. Haggard, yeah. And his first son that I gave the helicopter to, man, it was like,
his eyes, I just saw it. His eyes went like that. Yeah.
And I do want to say, of course, congratulations to Rodney Bell, for winning that award from, in the memory of Akarasho. And believe me, I didn't know, I had about 3 names that I thought, and I didn't, of course, Rodney was one of them, but man, Barkley wouldn't tell me, and Cabaret didn't tell me. So believe it or not, guys, hey, I did not know. And,
you didn't know? Wow.
I didn't know. I did not. Matter of fact, I whispered to John Flynn right before. I was like, man, I think it might be. And I was wrong. But, of course, Rodney, and there was 2 or 3 others names there. But, and we had agreed that nobody on a committee. And then, of course, listen, Captain Ray, man, he puts in a lot of work, man. I think he took 8 or 10 trips to get his stuff from inside his house to his car. And, he does a lot of work for that meetup. I mean, he's on it already. He's already started the list. So guys, if you want a number or if you're attending, go ahead and hit Captain Ray up,
Yeah, I asked him for dates for next year so I could already start planning. So he gave me those dates. So I'm all set for that. So
Yeah, he
we've already
says
got.
very early next year. I think it's the end of March. So yeah, it's probably almost the same days. I hadn't even looked at the calendar, but
Yeah, I think it's pretty much. Yeah, he gave me the dates. I think it's pretty much kind of the same dates as we had
oh,
this year, which is good. And I think what we're going to do is I think we're going to come even at least another day earlier, or maybe two. So at least because Valerie wants to get up to Jupiter to see that lighthouse, and
oh yeah.
I told her, I said absolutely we'll do something like that. I don't mind that at all. So
Yeah, and the biggest thing I know, I see Dr. Joseph saying, if listen, the hotel, if I mean, I can't tell you where to stay, but stay at the hotel. That's all I can tell you.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, if you save $10 or if you register too late or something, but I mean, I think we had 42 of the 101 rooms there. So, and that's what it's about. I mean, if you went to the meetup and stayed at the hotel, never really left the hotel, you're a big part of the meetup. I can tell you that, because you know what, man, everybody is always down in the lobby, out in the parking lot. I mean, that's all you got to do is go out there. So,
and Ray just thank you, Ray, for posting that. April 9th to 12th next year. So you guys mark that down on your calendar and get ready, because it's just absolutely fantastic. And I had a lot of people just say we're really happy to. Some met Valerie for the first time, and they were absolutely fantastic, and just the kind words that I felt very humble, Johnny, because I had a lot of people come up to me and say, I watch you and Ron and learned a lot from you guys. Thank you for what you're doing. And I said, we're doing it for you guys. That's the reason
you and Ron and well, yeah, you and Ron and Marcus are probably why I'm like probably out of like 15 grand in the last maybe 5 years. So
well, we have fun, and that's what it's like. I don't gamble, I don't drink, but yeah, I spend a lot of money on drones. So
the thing about drones that I still feel today, I don't care if you go fly right now, and I've been flying since I think 2018. The flight that you're going to do next, you're just excited about that flight as the first flight you ever took, and that's drone is, hey, 10 or 15 minutes. If you just do one battery and one little flight, man, it makes your whole day better.
It really does. And, Bill Thomas has one of the most appropriate names for a channel, Drone Therapy, because it really is. It really is, Johnny. I can't tell you how good I feel after getting out there and flying. It's just it kind of like, it feels good to the soul. It really kind of does. So,
yeah. And you know what? It's kind of funny. You got friends all over the world, not just in the U.S.,
absolutely. Yeah.
Every state that you drive through, you got, if God forbid you have a problem. I know, hey, Ronnie and Carla up in the Savannah, that my granddaughter's up there at school, and Ronnie always says, man, if she needs anything or has a problem, I mean, he's right there, and and Texas, guys in Virginia. I mean, it's just everywhere,
Can't beat that. Cannot beat that.
Now they could just move it a little bit closer than 780 miles.
Yesterday, oh my gosh!
Yesterday was a pretty good trip home, but yeah, I made it all.
When you messaged me, I only have 400 miles to go, and I'm like, oh my gosh, no! I told Valerie, I said, poor Johnny. I said, wow.
Rick Williamson and I was, talking. He's about exactly the same distance. Now, of course, he's got to stop and supercharge. I got to fill up in about 2 minutes. So I let him know that I filled up in I was at 100% in 2 minutes and 26 seconds. He took 22 minutes to get to 80%, Wow. Now we had to pick on Rick about his car, but I tell you what, that car is really beautiful. That Tesla you got.
Yeah, it is very nice. It really is. So want to thank everybody for stopping by tonight. We had a good time. Talked a lot about the meetup. Talk some more about the Avata 360, and some of the things that you can expect when you get yours. I know Johnny's, working on getting some video together. I'm going to be doing the same this weekend, getting it out there and flying it and enjoy it. And, give Evelyn your business, because she's very worthy of it, and she does a great job. She'll take good care of you. So hope you guys have a great rest of your week. As always, it's a great day to fly. Take care. And thanks everybody. Have a great rest of your evening.
Bye, everybody.